Glad to have you with us from Dallas, Texas at Gerald J. Ford Stadium as a couple of teams square off in the Serve Pro First Responders Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Tulane's offense will get the first crack at it here. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy...
He's going to go for a big one. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open. That's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
He'll keep it himself, fighting off the defender. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Monarchs want to pick up the tempo. They'll try the run. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense going all in to stop the run. Trying to punch it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Around the end, it's Sims. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Old Dominion. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. With the catch, it's Preston. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give them a first down. No huddle here for the offense.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll go with a direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll give it to the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Scrambling away. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. He'll take another shot here. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And they gambled in their own end. A first down for the offense. On the move, it's Barnes. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Tulane right back to the line. David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on. Agree with that. But here's the thing. We did a meat-eating contest at the Outback Bowl my senior year. Which squad could eat more steak from Outback? It was absolutely amazing. So I experienced that in all of its glory.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. He's looking to throw it. He slings it deep to the left. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking down the left side. And he intercepts it. At the 45 on its way. He'll go up. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. All kinds of time before he fires right. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, a first half that gave us some riveting moments, not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. Just a dynamite start to the First Responders Bowl. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the First Responders Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane!
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their...
Got a lot of running room. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
It's not fun playing defense. I got to cover these fast wide receivers all over the field. You're going to run tempo. You're going to spread me out. You're going to do all this stuff to me. And then it doesn't work. And you call a pass play. And then it turns into that because your quarterback's so special. This just isn't fun.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Now it's 2nd and goal. Off play action. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And what a nice...
ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that.
Too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Green Wave. And the pummeling has started. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. He had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He'll throw one to his right. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And they'll get him on the ground, but this sophomore is not afraid to go up top.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this.
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. The play action fake. Steps away to find some room. Unleashes one. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of...
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On the move, he fires. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably...
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the defense, got him at the 27. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Pocket starts to collapse. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Lott. Racing down the left side. Past the 10. Touchdown, ODU. And once he got loose, it was all over. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season and I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Lining up to add another.
Is on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game...
Wide open, he makes the catch. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Monarchs!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Quarterback checking the play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Inside the 50, at the 30, the 10. He just set sail for the end. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Defense not showing press coverage. throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least... Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.